Stop selling crosswords on Amazon KDP and do this instead. If you click this video, you're in the right place. Now, crosswords, they're a classic. Sure, they sell, but here's the problem. Everyone is selling them. The competition is stacked, and even if you find a good niche, it's usually only a matter of time before everyone else catches on and floods the market. So instead of going down that same crowded path, let me show you something better. A puzzle niche that's very similar to crosswords, but overlooked by most publishers. It's called word fill-in puzzles. In my previous videos, I showed you how to make these using a simple tool. First, I covered the basic version for those of you on a budget, then the plus version for those of you ready to step it up a little bit. But a lot of you have been asking about the fully unlocked version of the tool, which gives you even more puzzle modes and features. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. And don't worry if you missed those earlier videos. I'll leave the links to those videos in the description down below so you can check them out anytime. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can go about doing word fill-in puzzle books. If we click on the search bar on Amazon, we have word fill-in puzzle book for kids. We have large print versions as well as for seniors, adults, and teens. But if we look at the general word fill-in puzzle book, we're gonna get total results 1,352. So that's actually not that bad, being that this is a broad search term. Look at that average bestsellers rank on the first page, 336,000. And looking at Titans Quick View's niche score, very high at 71. Looking at that Titans Pro analysis, demand is a 6. Opportunity is a 9. Now, if we look through these books, I showed some of these books in the previous videos, but you're going to see a lot of high performing books. For example, this one right here ranked at 31,000. This one ranked 46,000. This one, a bestseller in the niche, 18,471. If we go to the next row, this one, 47,000, 187,000. This one is 121,000. Next row, this one is 37,000, 65,000, this one 38,000. Now looking at this example, this is the word fill-in puzzle book for adults. This has 500 plus large print word fill-in puzzles, and this one is for adults and teens. So this one has a bestsellers rank of 38,623, and that's good for 30-day royalties of anywhere from $400 to over $600 per month. And you see the 30-day sales right here, a couple hundred books sold per month. Now, this book is priced at $16.99. Right now, it's on sale from Amazon, $16.12, and has a total print length of 295 pages. Now, if we go to KDP's printing costs and royalty calculator, we can see the estimated royalties for this book. So I put in all of the details. This one has 295 pages, $16.99, 8.5 by 11 inches. And we can see that this book on the Amazon.com marketplace is making an estimated royalty of $4.18. Look at the printing cost, $6. And you can see that accounted for in the price at $16.99, which is a little bit more than most typical activity books. Now with the interior, you can see you have these words and then they're categorized by how many characters there are in the word. And then within these words, you try to fit all of these words in this puzzle, in this grid, without leaving a single grid blank and without leaving a single word out. And there's a clue right here. So this is the clue that's given. And then from this clue, you can go ahead and try to fill the rest of this puzzle out. This is a little bit different than a crossword puzzle because here you are not given clues, you are given the actual words that you just try to fit into this grid. And you don't even have to have actual words. It could just be characters in here that the customer will then try to fit into this grid to solve this puzzle. Now with the book cover, very simple. You have your title right here, subtitled Puzzles Book for Adults and Teen, and then some description here of the book with solutions, and then a little bit of a sneak peek of what the puzzles look like. And then on the back cover, you have some examples of the interiors. So 2 puzzles here, and then the solution pages where they fit 3, 6, 9, 12 solutions to a page. Now, if we look at this sales graph, you can see from when it was published until now, you can see the ranking has actually done a little bit better. Now, there could be a number of reasons why this book started to sell right away. They could be using KDP ads. They could have a list. They could have a following. We don't really know. But what we do know is that it sells very well and it sells year round. Now, here's the A+ content. So a little bit more about the book. Here's an actual picture of the book. Someone's holding it up, and then the interior right there, and then some more description of the book, a perfect gift for your loved ones. And then right here are some more books from this publisher. They have the customer reviews, the price, the type, and it's very easy for people to just add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. And like I've said many times before, it's really important that you create A+ content with all your listings because A, it's free, and B, it can really boost the sales of your books and also cross-sell your other books, just like with this module right here. Now, if you haven't watched my A+ content tutorial, you can go ahead and click up top on the marker right now. I'll also leave the link to this video in the description down below if you want to learn how to create A+ content like this for your books. Now, here's the big question. How do you actually create these puzzles? And if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I've already shown you a couple ways. First, I walked you through the basic version of the tool. Simple, budget-friendly, perfect if you're just dipping your toes into KDP publishing. Then I did another video breaking down the Plus version, which gave you more flexibility, more puzzle styles, and overall a much smoother workflow for putting these books together. But today we're going to step it up another level. This is the premium, fully unlocked version of the tool, and this is where the whole game changes. Now, if you remember from my last video, this is the Plus version. It gives you more book sizes. You can even go larger on the grid size here, up to 50 and as low as 5. And it gives you more randoms, meaning up to 100 puzzles per creation. Gives you more hints from 1 up to 3. And then it gives you more categories here with pre-filled words so that you can create themes and mix and match themes for your word fill-in puzzles. But it kind of locks it after a few, and you can see there's so much more here. And on top of that, there's no access to customize the font, the color, the columns, and so much more. So if you really wanted to do more with the Plus version of this tool, you really have to go for the unlocked version. And that's exactly what this one is right here. So with this version, the grid size is the same as the Plus. You have from 5 to 50. So if we were to do, let's say 30 by 30, I'll show you what it looks like. So it's going to be a more advanced puzzle. And then with the random stays the same. You can have up to 100 puzzles per creation. Now the hints stay the same depending on how big the puzzle is. Now the biggest change with the premium feature is going to be two things. Number one, the word categories. As you can see, every single word category is unlocked, making it very, very simple, very, very easy to create these word fill-in puzzles because you don't actually have to add your own words. And this one upgraded, as you can see, 100,000 words. I believe the basic was locked at 1,000 words, and then the Plus was locked to 10,000 words. So this one, 100,000 words, you can create your own list. Now, the other biggest thing that this unlocks is this creation mode. So not only can you do words, but you can also do numbers now. And with these numbers, it changes the game because now you can create different types of puzzles, whether you want to do numbers, words, or a combination of the two. Now with that, you can also customize the background color, the cells. So if you're going to do a colored version, you can go ahead and change that color. You can change the color of the blocks as well. And then you can also change the thickness of the lines here. If we go up to, let's go 20, you can see what I'm talking about there. You can change the color. You want to do white. And then you can also change the font. So I can change it to whatever I want here. Also, I can change the color with that. Let's see if I want to do blue, then there you go. And then with the words, it's going to be the same thing. You can go ahead and fully customize it however you want. But let me go ahead and reset this. Now I've shown you how to do it with words. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to create these with the numbers. And so for this one, we're going to go with a grid size of 20 by 20. And with the number of randoms, you can go up to 100 here, but I'm just going to keep it simple. We're going to do 10 puzzles. And then the number of hints, I'm going to keep it to 1. And then the number of letters, keep it the same. Now, if we were to stick with words, you can see all of the categories here. You can uncheck these if you want. If you want to just do ones that are simply, let's say, video games and consoles, you can keep with that. You can uncheck all of these boxes and then just check one box at a time, create some puzzles for this theme, and then include it in your puzzle book. And if you look at the actual words, you can see all done for you. And this one, you can actually download all of these pages without actually having to copy and paste this list into Canva. But if we go to the number, this is actually very simple. I'm going to keep everything as it is. And once you hit create, there it is right there. This is the solved version. You're going to need this to go into the solutions page. Here's the puzzle that goes into the interior, and then the number list that's used with this page. So very easy, just gotta hit download. It's gonna download all 10, or if you decided to, let's say, make 100 puzzles, it's gonna download 100 puzzles. Now with the file, it's gonna give you the puzzle, the solved, and the words. And so if I open this up for you, you can see here's the puzzle, here's the solved version, and then here are the words that you no longer have to copy and paste into Canva. It's all given here for you, so we can just drag and drop and arrange these pages inside of Canva. Now inside of Canva, I'm gonna create a custom size 8.5 by 11 inches. Now this book is not gonna include any bleed, so you can keep it at 8.5 by 11 inches. And typically you're gonna have an instruction page in your first couple pages, but I'm gonna skip that. I'm just gonna show you how to go ahead and drag and drop and arrange these puzzles. So with the first one, I'm just gonna grab all of the first puzzle. I'm gonna drag it onto Canva like this, and then I'm gonna add 2 pages. I'm going to put the solution just on the 3rd page, let it sit here, let this one sit here, and then on the actual puzzle, we're gonna try to fit 2 to a page. And so now I'm gonna look for the second one here and also put that on the page just like this. Now with the second one, let's put it down here for now. And the solutions, put it right here. And so we have our 2 puzzles. I'm just gonna resize it so it fits onto the page. Now you can also adjust the look of these. You can make the grid wider and then shorter on top to kind of fit in the page. But let's say here's puzzle 1 and here's puzzle 2. Now I'm gonna go get the list of words and we can go ahead and put it in here. Now what I like to do, let's zoom in. I'm gonna go ahead and shorten this up, duplicate it, put this one to the side, and then extend that back out here, and then kind of just shorten it up from there. Now I can put everything together just like that. And then I can also make it a little bit bigger to match the size of this puzzle. Put this inside here, and then do the same for this one right here for puzzle 2. Just go ahead and line that up there, and then duplicate it, put this one on the side here. Then we're gonna go fit that like that. I'm gonna line this column up with the one on top of it, and same with this. And then we can go here, text, add a heading. We can name one puzzle 1, duplicate that, put this one on the bottom here, and this one's gonna be puzzle 2. So now here is one page that's completely done. And this is basically the name of the game here. You do this for however many pages you want for your book. If you're having 500 puzzles, this is probably the most time-consuming thing, but it's all about just dragging and dropping and arranging these puzzles onto the page here. Now, when you get to the end of the book, there's gonna be a solutions page. So imagine there's a bunch of puzzles here. You have puzzle 500, and then you get to your solutions page, which is right here. Now, depending on how you want to do this, you can put as many puzzles as you can onto a page. And so if we go ahead and see how many we can put here, maybe we could put 3 to a page. So if we go ahead and grab number 3 here, solved, and put that here. You also have to keep in mind, the larger your puzzle, the harder it is to see these grids when they become smaller. So let's say we can fit 3 there, put 3 here, 3 there, and 3 there. Then you just add a text here, and you could designate puzzle 1, and then your puzzle 2, your puzzle 3, and so on and so forth. So this is 3, 6, 9, 12 solutions per page. And then that's really all you do with the solutions. So if we delete this, you're going to have all of your puzzles and then followed by all of your solutions. And then once you have that, you'll have a fully completed interior. All you need to do is create the cover. Now, if you want help with the rest of this process, you can download my KDP royalty roadmap. The link is down below, and it's basically gonna show you how to do this step by step from beginning all the way to publishing this on Amazon. And if you're interested in the premium version of this word fill-in tool, which is fully unlocked, I'll leave the link down below. Now, keep in mind, if you bought the basic version, all you'd have to do is upgrade to Plus and then upgrade once more to Premium. Then you'll have the fully unlocked. Likewise, if you have the Plus version, all you're gonna have to do is upgrade to the Premium, and then you'll have this exact word fill-in tool that you see on the screen. So if you've been grinding away at crosswords and feeling stuck in a saturated niche, this is your signal to pivot. Word fill-ins are still wide open, and with the unlocked version of this tool, you've got everything you need to create high quality puzzles that stand out. I'll leave the links in the description to my earlier videos covering the basic and plus versions of the tool, so you can choose which one makes the most sense for you. And of course, the link to the word fill-in tool is there too, if you're ready to take it to the next level. If this video helped you see what's possible, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.